So we are meditating on verse number 5. Actually, all of these verses are in themselves a form of meditation, which are designed like that to assist devotees in thinking about Krishna. Yesterday we were speaking about Smartavyam Satatam Vishnu, always being able to remember Krishna. So how to remember? Remembrance is a function of the mind, and this is why the mind plays a important role in spiritual practice. It gives us the facility to remember Krishna, and then from remembrance there comes absorption, samadhi. There are so many stages of advancement. However, remembrance requires control of the mind. Control of the mind requires purity of the heart. When the heart is not pure, then it's very difficult to control the mind. Therefore, just smaranam, although shavanam, kirtanam, Vishnu, smaranam, padasevanam, although smaranam is the essence of spiritual life, but on its own it is very, very difficult in this age, because manda, sumanda, mandabhagya, because our minds are so disturbed, our hearts are so disturbed. So therefore actually smaranam is best achieved and is always accompanied by the chanting of the holy name, because the chanting in itself both purifies the heart, engages all the senses, so remembrance becomes a natural consequence. And that's why, in order to be able to focus our mind, just like yesterday, we were reading how the author is saying, idam tiva purnata gopalabhadam sabhame manasya vidashtam kinanyai. So he's saying that if you fulfill my ardent prayer to incessantly behold your form of a cowherd boy in my mind, then of what use are any other boons to me? So as Balagopal, to be able to fix in his mind, to achieve that, then that's best done by chanting Hare Krishna. Now, today's verse is the fifth one, which goes like this: Idam te mukam bojam atyanta nilayar vritam kuntalai snigdha raktais chagopya muhushchum bitam bimba raktadarambe manasya virastam alam lakshalabhai. Your beautiful lotus face, which is enhanced with lips as red as bimba fruit, and your locks of blue-black hair surrounding your face in soft, glossy curls, both reach the summit of beauty with red marks of Mother Yashoda's kisses. With this vision forever manifest in my heart, millions of other blessings are of no use to me. He wants to have the picture of Balagopal within his mind. So what what is it that facilitates or is most attractive to the mind? It's beauty. So of Krishna's opulences, Aishwarya, Samagra, Virya, Yasa, Shriya, Jnana, Vairagya, of the six opulences that define the Supreme Personality of Godhead, beauty is the source of all the others, and it is the most powerful, most attractive. So we have that same thing. Here in the world, everyone is attracted by beautiful things. Beautiful things spontaneously attract the mind. Unfortunately, we are attracted to beauty to enjoy it. And that's the fall down or the deficiency. Rather, the idea is that ultimate beauty should be served, not enjoyed. And now, what is that beauty? So this whole verse is a example, mukha ambhoja. So we saw some days back, we were talking about the traditional example of lotus. So Krishna's lotus face. As I mentioned, the example of lotus is given in different ways. Sometimes it's like this, which means when you take a lotus bud like that, and that's although it goes a little like that, whatever. Mm-hmm. Did your father used to do these things on the wall at night when you were a child? Mm-hmm. That make go to sleep, make all these figures. Anyway, here's the lotus, and so the lotus eyes like this, and lotus face also as it blooms. In other words, with the whirl of the lotus face, and what is a characteristic of a lotus? That the petals are always opening. Now you have lotuses with 16 petals. There are lotuses with 1,000 petals. 1,000-petaled lotus. We read about that in Shastra. But here you have a lotus that is unlimited. It just keeps opening and opening and opening and opening, which obviously creates extraordinary wonder in the heart of the observer. So Mukham Bhojan and it Avyakta Nila. So very dark blue. This Navavraja Mahima, I spent many days looking at all the different descriptions of Krishna's complexion. Venam Kambantam Arvinda Dalayatакшam Bharhavatam Asitam Buddha Sundarangam. So grayish black, bluish black. Well, one moment. Let me turn it just a little higher because it's warm in here. And what am I looking for? Yes, I'm looking for pictures because I have what I thought I got was, of course, where are my pictures? A very, that's better, a very attractive version of what I thought was there, but I can't. I know, just like this and like that. And all photos, go back to so many photos. Now, this, you can't, this is not a a camera, and it's not a real photograph. It was actually darker, but you can see the bluish result of the cloud. The picture's not so great. So blue, black form of Krishna. Gray, blue, black. Well, you can't quite put your finger on it because the color is always changing. What does that color signify? Rupa Goswami talks about different colors and what they connect to as far as rasa is concerned. So this is Shringara Ras. This is actually the color of enjoyment of sexual love. We don't use that as our preaching platform. That the original form of God is the Vrindavana Aprakrita Navanita Madhva, is the Vrindavana Aprakrita Navanita Madhva, the ever fresh Cupid of Vrindavan. That's the original. When we talk about Supreme Personality of Godhead, we know there are so many forms, expansion, Svamsa, and Vibhinansa, and so many, but the original form is that he is the Supreme Cupid. So that's our own private meditation. It's not an issue of preaching. And because the moods of Kanji love are always shifting and moving, so this complexion is also always changing. Gray, black, bluish, blackish, blue, black, you name it is. And his hair is similarly, it's black, but it's sort of bluish black. As regards Srimati Radharani, then the Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says that thoughts of Krishna have emerged from Radha's head in the form of her hair. So similarly, Krishna's the thoughts of conjugal affairs also manifest from Krishna in a very similar color as his own complexion. And that's what's described over here as well. But his hair is curly. So what does that mean? Anyway, we talked about the open lotus of the face. His hair isn't curly, his hair is wavy. So his hair is wavy. Now, Srila Prabhupada didn't like it to be down. He wanted it only as far as the shoulders. It's very rare. I've never seen deities dressed anywhere where Krishna's hair only comes this far. It always comes further. And when one artist painted Krishna's hair coming down to his back. Prabhupada got really, really upset, said that this was a hippie obsession of having long hair and so on. Now there are descriptions of Krishna's long hair, about his hair being braided. Gopis braid his hair, or cowherd boys braid his hair, which you can't do when it's just down to your shoulders. In any case, but here the Kuntala, this is just like the curling locks of hair. So in front of his face, decorating his face in the same way that Radha or the gopis' faces are these curling locks of hair, which the ladies here don't have, but they're like that, ringlets, types called, and they're compared to bumblebees that are buzzing around the blue lotus of Krishna's face for its sweetness. So snigdha, and the hair is very soft and glossy. So soft, like when you touch it, it invites. Sometimes you touch something and that's it. Okay, I touch this, and although when I touch the upholstery here, the upholstery feels very, very nice, and then you want to feel it further. So similarly, Krishna's hair is like that. That when you touch it, it's not just a touch and go, but it invites further contact. Why? Because he's Krishna. He's all attractive. That means his face is attractive, his hair is attractive, his nose, everything is described in such wonderful detail. So he's describing these things. Now, then he says, but there's rakta. There's a reddish tint in Krishna's hair. Now, we spent a lot of time on this, and very often you will see that with ladies, men here in India, is that they have blackish hair, but it has a tint in it. However, we favored in another way, because here it says Muhushchumbitam Bimba Raktadaram, that Mother Yashoda is kissing his hair, and she has lipstick on. That lipstick is made from Khadira and a mixture of Khadira and some other things. Khadira is a type of what's it called? I forget both English, Hungarian, very common tree that we have in the West as well.
Cashew?
Huh?
Not cashew?
No, that we don't have in the West. Kadir is a type of Hare Krishna. And that is what reddens his hair. It is much more in keeping with the mood that's being generated here. And Rakta Adharam. And then, of course, she's kissing, and yes, and his red bimba fruit. Well, that's not a fruit that we have, but it's reddish, not like that, but red. That sort of started with red fruit. So Krishna's lips are more like ruby colors, and Srimati Radharani's are more like orangish red color. So that's the natural. And then he doesn't, but she then puts on makeup. Acacia. It's a type of acacia tree. Now these are the things when someone meditates, their meditation is focused on specific things. And of course, as meditation deepens, then the focus becomes deeper and deeper. There are different stages of that meditation, but when one becomes fully absorbed, for instance, if I am at the stage of smaranam or remembrance, then I am meditating. There's the awareness of me, meditation, and the object of meditation. But in the ultimate issue, as one's meditating, there's no longer me, and there's no longer meditation. There's just the object. Everything else becomes lost. And this was the type of absorption that the gopis constantly experienced. So they weren't aware of themselves. And that's why sometimes it's described that they're not taking care of their appearance, because you forget your own existence. Jiva Goswami says that this somewhat resembles the absorption of the impersonalists or the jnanis, the yogis who go into deep samadhi. But of course, their absorption lacks something very important. Because what does it lack? Their absorption is caused by what? It's caused by a certain type of sadhana. But the absorption of the devotee and the absorption of the gopis is caused by what? Huh? What? I'm not hearing what you're saying. Love. So sadhana, it means it's a type of artificial absorption. But when it's love is the cause. Then it's not by effort. It's effortless. In fact, they can't even withdraw themselves. They are so absorbed and so lost. So here, these are the things: the face, the complexion, the hair, soft, and then I didn't mention glossy, that it has a certain sheen. So glossy, and the bimba fruit lips. Of course, Krishna's lips are very important because from those lips emanates the Vedas, emanates the Bhagavad Gita, emanates Srimad Bhagavatam. These are Krishna. Krishna kisses his mother with those lips. He kisses the gopis with those lips. The same lips that are the source of all transcendental knowledge. And not only is that kissing an exhibition and an exchange of love and, of course, ecstatic impetus or bhava, that's the result of love, but the secondary effect is there all of those other things. And this is why, for instance, when you read, the gopis seem to know everything. They know history, they know about Krishna's incarnations, they know about philosophy, they know about so. How do they get to know it? They know it because the secondary result of the touch of Krishna's lips is that all of the Vedas immediately comes. Vedasya sarvairaham eva Veda Vedantakrit Veda Vid. So what Lord Brahma acquires within the heart, Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaye, and what he, after, is described that after, and he studies the Vedas thoroughly 3 times to come to the conclusion that Ishvara Parama Krishna. So that automatically comes to Krishna's associates simply by the touch of his lotus lips. So this is the Abhirashtam Manasi Abhirashtam. He wants this, and again he's saying Alam Lakshalam Yar. He doesn't want any type of other boon or any type of attainment. This is what he wants, the appearance of Krishna within the heart. So how does this appearance take place for devotees? That when we chant Hare Krishna, and we chant Hare Krishna attentively and without offense, then within the heart, Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaye Yam Shama Sundaram Achintya Gunaswarupam. Then Krishna will manifest, but one has to be patient. So Brahma studying the Vedas 3 times. He's, for 10,000 years of the demigods, he's meditating just to have a sort of vision of Garbhodakshai Vishnu. Now we want the vision of the source of Garbhodakshai Vishnu, Mahavishnu, everything. We want Supreme Personality of Godhead with all His sweetness. And then, we're impatient. Well, I've been doing it, for 10 years, 15 years. What's happening? So, and it has to be done well. It has to be done perfectly. So yes, Brahma meditated. He meditated on these ta, pa. Now we're fortunate. We're not meditating on ta, pa. We're meditating on Krishna's names, which are not different than Krishna. But it has to be done in the right way, and then we will really experience what is real, real beauty. We use this phrase because we can't do anything else. Beautiful. He's full of beauty. But he's not full of beauty. He's the source of beauty. So Krishna says at the end of the 10th chapter, that Vibhutimam Sattvam, Yat Yat Vibhutimam Sattvam Srimad Urjitva Evava. Everything that is Srimad, everything that is beautiful, it just emanates from a spark of my splendor. He's not beautiful, he is beauty. And anything that's beautiful is just a reflection of a part of his beauty. So whatever you see is his beauty. He's not beautiful. He is actually beauty, and that beauty reflected. Yad yad vibhutimam sattvam srimad urjitva eva tat tat. So wherever, and it appears in so many places, in so many ways. It appears in people, it appears in things. Everything has some beautiful attraction to some degree, in some way it is manifest. This was a really bad separation, this picture. Unfortunately, the original is much nicer. The colors are much softer. But this is beauty, and this is a reflection. This is a manifestation, partial manifestation of Krishna, Krishna's beauty, Krishna's feminine beauty, because he's both. We say that he is Param Purusha, he's the supreme Purush, enjoyer, which tends to reflect a male, but Krishna is neither male nor female. He's both, because he's the source of everything. Aham sarvasya prabhava. Everything comes from Krishna. So male comes from Krishna, female comes from Krishna. But generally we see like that. Ekatmanav api bhuvi pura deha gatam gatoto. That he, Supreme Personality of God, that manifests himself into male and female, Krishna and Radha. Now Ekatmanav, now again they've become one in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu we see that even when they come together, then it takes a male form, but has a female mood or a female nature. So that's it for today, and we'll continue our meditation. How well can you meditate on Krishna? Well, how much can you speak about Krishna? If you want to meditate on Krishna's form, how much can you speak about Krishna's form? Of course, there's two types of meditation. That meditation, which is by the effort of the mind, as we mentioned before, and the other one, which is a consequence of love. It naturally attracts Krishna. So even that one, by effort of the mind, but then manashastra indriyani. But still we should be able to verbalize that which we want to think of. And then, one good exercise, the devotee just sit down without any other aid and just start. Now, okay, you have this is the homework. Now you write a 2-page description of Krishna's beauty.
2 pages?
2 pages, just spontaneously from the heart. And you'll be surprised how much there is there. We just have to let it come out. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sri Śivarāma Dāmodarāṣṭaka ki jai, Sri Panchatattva ki jai, Jai Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari 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 Bol.